You guys to be able to do what you did at Cannes really shows me and the rest of the network what can be done. I met a senior consultant in North America, and I said to her, 75% of all pitches in North America are handled through 4 consultants. And I said to her, what is winning in the US at the moment? She said, those agencies that are digital and creative are the ones that are winning. And if you look at what you did at Cannes, you were digital and you were creative, and your awards tally was fantastic. So you've actually cracked the code already, and you're a leading light in terms of how we're meant to operate from around the world. So fantastic. And I guess me coming from Australia, and with one other person here from Australia too, I come from a small market, so I really relate to what you guys go through, because it's interesting for me moving from Sydney to New York. You deal with enormous scale and you look at the business itself, but it's often the smaller markets, the ones that are more entrepreneurial and creative and know how to get things done, are the ones that are successful. So we've got to collectively import all of that thinking and take it around the world. Shlomi asked me to talk about how we're going as a network, and a lot of you are sort of a little bit insulated by what you do here day to day in Israel, but around the network we've got a lot of good things happening. As you heard, we've got 184 offices, we've got 7,000 employees, we're growing, and we're growing very robustly. So 2 years ago we had $840 million worth of revenue. Now we'll do this year, I think, 1.1 billion. So the point to you guys is that you're part of a network that is in very, very good shape. We're profitable. Most of our regions were in the top 3 or 4, but we have a lot more work to do. And I touched on before what I think is important, and again, what you're doing at the moment is be digital and be creative. That's just the most important thing. If we do that across our 184 offices, I can assure you we'll do very, very well. Not all of our regions are as digital or creative as we would like them to be, but meshing those two things is really very, very simplistically just the business plan. So we've hired some new people. There's a new global creative director called Tony Granger, who within the world of creative, and I think Gideon would sort of commit and agree with me here, that he is probably one of the top 2 or 3 global creative directors at the moment. We've hired new leadership in North America. We've hired a guy called Tom Seebach. He came out of BBDO New York, and he's regarded as one of the best people in the industry. And I guess what that means for you is that there's a continued investment in the business and our people, and we're really succeeding. So North America has been a bit of a problem for us for quite some time, and it's the likes of you guys in Australia and some other parts of the world that have been holding the network up. The nice thing is, in the last 2 years we've gone from 11 to 7 to 4 in the last 2 years, so there's tremendous momentum, and people are looking at Y&R and saying, those guys are the ones to watch. And in Australia, you'll know this term, which is, it's quite often good to be the underdog, and that's exactly what we're at the moment. I think there's terrific camaraderie building within the network. We've got some very good people joining us. We're a famous brand in North America. Wherever I go, people say, you work for Y&R. That's fantastic. It's historic. We're the last agency now on Madison Avenue, where all the agencies used to be. And people are looking to us to do well, and they really care for the company. So I think we need to lean on people like yourselves here to say, how can we start to share knowledge more? How can we work closer together? Because if we really take those 7,000 people and those 184 offices and combine that as a single entity, and we all move in the same direction, I think we'll be unstoppable. And it's interesting, the BBDOs, the TBWAs, they're all looking at us, and they've gone from, in some parts of the world saying, we don't really view those guys as competition, to they're doing well, to now there's a bit of reverence happening towards us. And that's because collectively we've got great people, and there's a real mission that we're on here at the moment. So you guys are very much a part of that as we move forward, and it's very, very exciting. The other thing that I just wanted to say, sort of just in summary, was that Shlomi has given me and my family an amazing few days in this great country. I actually came here 12 years ago, and I said to Shlomi, I don't think he quite sort of appreciated how moved I was when I went to Jerusalem, all those years ago. And I took my children to the Holocaust Museum with my wife today, and we've walked around the streets of Jerusalem, and you live in an amazing country and a beautiful country, and I feel a great affinity with the Israeli people, and I've always got on with Gideon and Rami and Shlomi, and I want you to know that you make our network stronger, and if anything I can do to make this office and this country stronger, you let me know. So over time, if you want to move around the world or you want to work for other Y&R offices, you'll get special treatment. So obviously, not everyone can sort of move together at one time, but my pledge to you is that you look after us and we'll look after you. So I really
discuss this at some point.
I didn't touch on it, I was going to say that, but it is important when we build a company together. You know, it's one culture, and I think if we look after people, I've had the fortune of moving around the world a lot in my career, and it's really important. So there are positions open all over the place. I want to bring more people from around the world here to Israel and Tel Aviv into this office, because I think they'll learn a lot from you. And you should know that you are doing very, very well, and we appreciate everything that you're doing, because this is a fantastic agency. I mean, to be not only #1 within Y&R is a big achievement, but to do so well at Cannes and to do it in the categories that you did it in is just mind-blowingly exceptional, and it's fantastic. So, you know, a huge congratulations to you, and thank you so much. And again, I was sincere when I said if I can do anything to help all of you, then you let me know. You go through Shlomi, you can come to me directly. We want to help. We want to invest in the business. We want to make Y&R great, and we can learn from you. So thank you so much. I mean, it's a delight to come.